The man say I saw a conversation between her and a man and him read the whole light. Just gonna cry and why you do me this? Why you do me this, Keisha? Honestly, I don't know why some people even bother getting into a relationship. Why? You know what I'm saying? If you know you're deceptive, deceitful, and you're that kind of a person, just leave relationship outside, man, and you can be deceptive and deceitful as you want. You know what I'm saying? This story headlines now, one of these other Dear Pastor stories here. I would draw for my red cup, but my red cup empty. So this is a red cup special. That girl, you wicked. Watch this. Dear Pastor, I read your column every morning when I'm at work, and it has been so tempting to email you my story. I'm a 23-year-old businessman and I operate a local paint shop, and I do part-time security work as well. I have been married now from November of 2016 to my high school sweetheart, but before I got married I was going through a lot of ups and downs. First, me stop and said, you're 20, how much? 23. And you've been married since 2016 and we're in 2019. So you got married at 18, 19. Anyway, before I got married, I was going through a lot of ups and downs, so the relationship wasn't balanced because I was always the one that was just disappearing. So I used to have problems and he used to just take off, disappear. A few years back, when I went to visit her at home, unannounced, I just popped up, I realized that she was pregnant. I was so hurt and shocked. I even cried. I spent the day there and I asked her, why you didn't tell me that you was pregnant? Knowing that we spoke almost every day over the phone. So even though he used to run off because of problems, he still kept in touch by phone, so they would talk virtually every day, right? And this whole time she a breed and she not say a word to you about breeding, and you pop up unannounced and that's when you saw belly. Big red flag, 1 dozen red flag. She started crying, telling me she was drugged and raped by a guy that she met at some local party. At the time, her pregnancy was 8 months along. Too far for dash right. 8 months gone, baby I come. I asked her if she wanted me to be the baby daddy and she said yes. Claffy. Alright, she said yes. I spent all that I had in my savings to prepare. It cost me a lot because I wasn't financially ready. And all this was a surprise to me. So a few months after the baby was born now, I married this girl. Because we're a family and I love her so much. Everything was perfect until a few weeks after our wedding. But it was too soon for things not to be perfect anymore. Usually things are perfect a few weeks after a wedding. Or a few weeks after any new relationship. Don't it? Anybody out there can attest to that? When your relationship first started, it was all perfect, right? No. Problems come later on. But this kind of problem here is something different. The man said after the baby was born, he married the girl. Big mistake. I think you were too young to pick up that kind of responsibility in the first place. Is a girl that, and you didn't see the big mistrust that was your warning from there. For instance, you're talking to her every day. Say you're gone to Clarendon go chill out, or you're gone to the Cayman Islands because babe too much problem there, I have to go find work and them thing there. You're gone to Cayman, you find work, right? She in Jamaica, but you keep in touch every day. In these times where we have FaceTime and all these things, so she'll keep the phone way up here so she not show you down there so. You know what I'm saying? She'll keep the phone way up here so you say, why you must say I eat good enough because your face will get round and all these things. Not knowing that she is 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months pregnant. And baby usually come after 9 months. In most cases. Unless premature or otherwise. So, that was a big sign right there. But you went over there and volunteered to be baby daddy. And she gave you some cropped up story about how she got raped. Which I could see how that would get your sympathy. But shouldn't it also have told you guys to contact the police, fill out a complaint, make them know that she was drugged and raped? Or she just decided not to tell? So, the man said he married the girl because we're a family and I love her so much. Everything was perfect until a few weeks after our wedding. I saw a conversation between her and a man on her phone and I read all of it. She was still seeing the guy that she claims had raped her and taking the child to go see him as well. I saw some things happen to some of these women, you know, that sometimes when you see it, not saying that it's justifiable, but I'm trying to tell these females that not every man take them kind of thing there one way. Just gonna pack up and walk away. And it's not gonna be like that. Some of these men will chop you up. Some of them will pick you up and dash you off on balcony after I'm invited to go up on holiday down a so and so and put you up on the 100th floor in a one high rise. Some of them will do all kinds of stuff to you, carry up on a cruise and disappear you out to sea. All kind of something. These things happen because of this. She was still seeing the guy. The guy was she claim rape her, you know. Unless she did have Stockholm syndrome or she fall in love with the guy that raped her and mothered his child and then have you Butu taking care of the child because she knows that him is a workless boy, broke pocket. And you are hardworking. You work 2 jobs even. You're in a local paint shop plus you work as security guard. So you have 2 jobs. So your money ever coming in, right? So you can well and take care of it. Sometimes someone will get jacket, but this wasn't no jacket. This was like, I don't know, a pie in the face. She gave it to you and you took it. And she was still seeing him and even taking the child to go see him as well. I was so hurt by her lies, knowing that the baby has my name. Why you gonna lend that? She even gave the baby his name. I spoke to the child's biological father and he said he gave her money to do an abortion. But she didn't. But both of them were actually in a relationship. I talked to her about everything for the whole time. Throughout my marriage, I was loyal until we started fighting because of that, what happened. Right, that's all. I would want a divorce. I mean, I was dumb enough to... Listen, they have a saying, right? Takers, givers, better set limits because takers have none. They have a next saying, don't expect people to love you the same way how you love them. You do everything for somebody and they'll still turn around one day and say to you, what have you ever done for me? Oh please, anybody could have done that. When you're done, give your heart, soul and everything, right? She seemed like one of these kinds. Thinking about them. The brother says she moved out, but I know I love my wife and my daughter a lot. I think about them every day. Hey boy, wake up. It's not your daughter. Stop your foolishness. Somebody call him please. It's not your daughter. But they moved out. She moved out because, what? She probably gone back to the child father or wherever she went. I don't know yet. I'm still reading. But they moved out. And now he's frazzled. And him I talk about every day and wake up and think about him wife and him daughter. It's not your daughter, bro. I thought we could have got some professional help for our marriage, but each time we made a step to get back together, we totally forget all about the plan and everything goes back to square one. Now that she's at her mom's house, or so she tell you, I haven't seen my daughter in months. Stop stalking the man, Pickney. It's not yours. I really do miss her and love her. I hate myself because I lost my family. You sound like one of them youth that will kill himself over stupidness, you know. Listen, it's not your child, okay? You actually really dodged the bullet because you didn't actually have a biological child with that girl. And you're young, you're 23 years old. You're 23 years old. Me sure Pampa's print still upon you. Me sure milk smell still upon your breath. You're 23. Build yourself and go find somebody better. That's my advice to you. You can do way better than this. Now she's at her mom's house. Yeah man, just like she was pregnant for 8 months, never tell you. I haven't seen my daughter in a few months and all this. I hate myself. I lost my family. You never lose no family. She left you. She left you because she felt it was time to leave you. My wife is not a fighter like me. I remember starting the divorce process and she wouldn't even sign the papers. She ignores them every time. Of course, because you are the bread and butter. So why would you want to separate yourself from where food and clothing and shelter is going to come from for you? Duh. Now that she's at her mom's house, her mom doesn't want to see us together because she was always up in our marriage. I'm still in love with my wife. I've been through a few relationships after, and I haven't met anyone who has touched me the way that my wife does. I love only her. When I'm with another woman, it feels so wrong, and I can't seem to get her off my mind. I just want to know what is best for me to do. Well, people, Pastor said, you would expect me as a family counselor to say, stay with this woman you call your wife. But I'm afraid I cannot do so with a clear conscience. Another counselor might tell you to do so, but I can't. If I am wrong, may God forgive me. But as I see it, I think you should run from this woman. Then I saw me say, go on, take off. And do so as fast as you can. I am prepared to be criticized for what I have just said. I could promise, however, that I will remember you in my prayers. You are sleeping and you need to wake up. Exactly. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. It's SouFLoTV, man. I'm out. Peace.